You have to be careful with prop firms because prop firms are very dangerous and they will bankrupt you if you are not careful. This video, I want to show you the other side of the coin. I want to tell you the risks that you are taking when you are going for a prop firm challenge. And the reason for this is because I understand that my channel is quite biased in the sense of I preach about prop firms. And in a way of being less biased, I do think that it's valuable to make a video that specifically talks about the dangers of prop firms and maybe gives a reason why you should only trade personal capital. Because I know that with social media or even anyone's belief system, it will be biased. If I'm a trader that makes money from prop firms, knows a lot of people that make money from prop firms, it's obvious that I'm going to be biased in the sense that I will tell people my experience and that it is a good experience. But a lot of people have the other side of prop firms where you see people getting banned, you see people losing 40 challenges, you see people losing 10 challenges, you see people having very negative experience with prop firms. And I'm not the type of person that spits in the plates that feeds him, but I also want to be as unbiased as possible, even though you have to understand that I'm always going to be a little bit biased. And so in this video is exactly that. I'm going to try to be devil's advocate and talk about the dangers of prop firms and what you should be very careful of. So let's start off with the obvious, the stats of prop firms. 80% of traders are going to fail phase 1, and let's say 50% of traders are going to fail phase 2. That means that only 10% of traders get funded. Out of those 10%, maybe 50% reach a payout, which means that out of 100 traders that buy a prop firm challenge, maybe 5 are going to get to their first payout. And that is a very good statistic for most of the firms. Most of the firms have around that passing rate or a little bit higher in that payout rate. But the reality is that prop firms are not here to help you. They want you to post a payout because it is going to be free marketing for them, because they know that the numbers are going to play out in their favor. And the funny thing is, the easier it is to pass a challenge, the more limitations you might have on the live account. For example, there are companies that say you get your first payout on demand, but don't really tell you that the first payout has to be 3%. There are companies that are way cheaper, but they don't tell you that you only get your refund on the 4th payout and that every payout has to be at least 1%, which again reduces the amount of people that get to the refund, get to the first payout, get to whatever it is, which again keeps on increasing the margins for prop firms. And so this is the risk. This company is not in line with you. You and the company want two very different things. The company wants to be profitable, you want to be profitable, but those are opposite things, which means that prop firms are going to try to steer the statistics in a way that are going to make you not be profitable. That's why they put the daily drawdown, sometimes based on equity, most of the times based on equity. That's why you have the max drawdown. That's why some companies have these strict rules of you can't trade through news. Some companies even have the fact that your stop loss can't even be executed during news, which increases limitations on traders. And then who doesn't say that the traders that do get to the payout also haven't spent a lot of money on challenges, yet they are still net negative. And that is the reality. The dark side of prop firms is that a lot of people lose a lot of challenges. I think there was a thread that MyFundedFX did way back and said that whoever lost the most amount of challenges and posted about it, which is so weird that you would boast about losing a lot of challenges, would get a free 100k account. And I was like, how have so many people failed so many challenges? It's wild. Now, to give the other perspective too, we don't see how many people try to flip accounts on unregulated brokers that do not have to disclose their numbers, which might be basically the same kind of statistic, which is how many people have you heard that came into trading because of signals or whatever it is, and they blew like 5 challenges. I know so many stories of people that came into trading, tried to flip accounts, blew so many accounts, and then found prop firms and ended up going from there. But the reality is that not a lot of people are going to make money long term. And this is where the argument of people that hate prop firms comes in and say that only 70% of traders that go to regulated brokers, because unregulated brokers don't have to disclose it, lose money, which means that 30% are either break even or make money. Which also means that the probability of you being profitable with a regulated broker is 30%. It's so much higher. It's 6 times higher than the number of people that reach a payout with a prop firm. And these kind of statistics make it extremely obvious that you should go for a personal account. You should go for a regulated broker because the probability of you making money is so much more. And by the way, in this video, nothing is financial advice, obviously. But that's where I personally started too. I started with FXCM. I deposited deposited 1,000 euros and I only traded that for a long time, more than a year, only my personal account. And I never had the mindset of trying to flip accounts, because when you try to flip an account, that's where you go into the gambling. That's where you increase your risk of ruin by so much, which is the probability of you losing everything, by the way, that the stats of people that are able to flip accounts are definitely worse than the people that try to make it long term with prop firms, or basically as bad. Now, in life, everything is about risk to reward, right? So if you think about flipping an account, probability very low. Reward depends, might be high, but the probability of you making it is so low that, again, risk to reward factor comes in. Same thing with prop firms. How much money are you putting in? How much money are you taking out? So some people don't put a lot of money in, take a lot of money out, but some people also put a lot of money in and don't take money out. But when you do, it will be more than on your personal account. And that's where number 3 comes in, which is trading your personal funds. And trading your personal funds with proper risk management. And if you deposit $100, like so many people say, or even $1,000, you can't make a living out of $1,000 of a personal account, because let's say you are profiting 5% a month, right? That's where you have to go into the bigger sizes. And I think that's where the value proposition of prop firms come in, because you will be given, so to say, these larger sizes, because you won't really because of the drawdown limits. But I do think that there's an argument to be made for personal accounts. And this is the overall argument with trading, which is it does not matter how you approach trading. If you are not a profitable trader, if you don't have a profitable edge, if you don't have a simple trading edge, and if you don't have proper risk management, you will lose money. Doesn't matter if it's flipping accounts, doesn't matter if it's on your personal account, doesn't matter if it's in prop firms. Everyone that is a profitable trader preaches the same thing. Have a proper trading strategy, which includes proper risk management, and have proper psychology. That's the only way that you make it long-term in trading. But guess what? That is what everyone that is profitable preaches. All the profitable traders, doesn't matter if it's personal account advocates or prop firm advocates. No one says, oh, even if you're unprofitable, go for prop firms. No one says that. And if they do, run away. It does not make sense. They are not your ticket for freedom. This is what I hone in every single time. Prop firms are not your ticket for freedom. A small personal account is not a ticket for freedom. What is your ticket for freedom? A good skill. And what is a good skill? Knowing how to trade, knowing how to manage risk, knowing how to manage yourself. And this is what everyone should preach. And yes, prop firms are very dangerous. Prop firms will take your money away gladly. They will take all of your money and they won't even blink. Brokers will do exactly the same. Unregulated brokers will do exactly the same. And this all comes down to one thing: being profitable. You need to understand that the trading markets, the financial markets, they are a zero-sum game. If you win, someone else lost. If I lost, someone else won. If I won, someone else lost. And it's not by being a gambler that you are going to win long term. And the reason for that is that the big dogs, they want your money. And if you are going to go to a UFC fight and you are going to fight, you better make sure that you are well prepared, or you can die. And the same thing goes with the financial markets, because financial damage can really ruin your life, and you have to be very, very careful with that. So make sure to have an edge, make sure to have proper risk management, and make sure to manage yourself. This is my response on the dangers of prop firms. Be careful, don't fall for the trap. You are not going to become a millionaire overnight. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your biggest takeaways in the comments section below, and I hope to see you next week. Peace.